Hey everyone, I'm here and I have some things to show you. I don't look, you're not here to see me, but although I have been watching a couple other demonstrators and how they do it, and it sounds, some people seem like they talk for a long time. And I don't know if that is something people really like or if that's, you know, I think some people I've talked to said they skipped that part, but I, want to be what you want. Although I do start a little bit late, so that's just me, I guess, right? So hey, James, nice to see you. If like I say all the time, if you are here and can say hi, I would love to know who's here. So be sure to comment, and I think that the comments and the shares and all of those things help get me found. If you, my words are not coming today. They're just not coming. So please forgive me. I feel like I'm babbling already and I'm like 2 minutes in. So, hey, Julie. Hi, Mom. I'm so glad you're here. You guys are the best, truly. So, okay. So I'm going to turn it down so you can see the tabletop. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Like I said, you're not here to see me. Just the stuff I've created, perhaps, but not necessarily me. So, all right. Got some things showing here. Oops. But it's okay, because we're going to be using some of it. My table needs to be bigger. I wish there's a way to make it bigger, but I need a Mary Poppins room. Not just her bag, but her, like a whole room that expands. That'd be nice, right? All right, so some things to let you know about the In Color Starter Kit. You can get these 4 extra items if you sign up to be a demonstrator, and you don't have to sell to anyone except yourself if you don't want to, although this can be a good business too. So that is only till the end of May, which is really not too far away. But on top of getting $125 worth for $99, you can get about $66 worth, including extra on top of it, that are all the in colors coming out here. So cardstock, we have designer series paper, which is beautiful. The ink pad, these two are probably my favorite. In color grid paper to protect your table. So just something I like to share good deals with people, so that's something I think is a great deal. The next paper pumpkin that's coming is Pick of the Crop, and it looks like it has to do with fruit and some of the like berries and things that are out. You get a little mini canvas shopping bag for a fun twist on card packaging. So if, like, for example, if you wanted to give this as a gift, you got a little bag to put it in, and you can stamp the bag and all sorts of fun things. So, and of course, remember, you can always use the stamp set that comes with it after the fact, after you're done with the cards that come in there. So you can use them forever. And that's a pretty good deal for these, if you ask me. So, all right, so that you have to sign up if you're interested on that for until June 10th. And you can go to paperpumpkin.com to subscribe and make sure you pick me as your demonstrator. Or you can go to youcanstamp.com, and there is Paper Pumpkin. You can go directly to it, and that already picks me as your demonstrator. So, all right. And then anybody who lives in Northeast Ohio. Oh, hi, Nancy. Glad you're here too. Yes, Julie. Yes, you are your best customer. You are a very good customer for yourself. I am so glad you are my downline. Truly, I think of that like all the time. Please, I can't even talk. I am really bad today. I don't know why. All right, so if you are here or in the Northeast Ohio area, we are going to be having a stamp camp. Come bringing them back, except it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be at Jill's Church, Silver Creek Church on Route 306 in Aurora, Ohio. And then we're going to be, oh, I messed that up. That should be $10. $10 for 2 cards, and you're also going to be, there'll be door prizes given. So it's not just, you're going to be learning things and making things and then taking things home too that you can use later. So you need to RSVP and pay the class fee ahead, and you can do that online on my website now. So if you wanted to do that, or let me know you need to register just so that I know who's coming and how many to prepare for. But let me know how you plan to pay, because not everybody's got credit cards and stuff. So bring scissors and double stick tape too. So, okay. Please let me know. I would really love to have some people there. So I believe I have 3 already, 4 maybe. But the more the merrier, right? So, okay. Now, so the card that we're going to make today, we're using the paper. This is just the most beautiful paper ever. And I've been playing around with it. And this is the last time I'm going to bring this out to you. So here's one. They're flowering fields. These are just scraps at this point, some of them. This is a full sheet. And let's see. Did I do that one? Yep. We got all of these. And then that. All right, I think I got them all. So I never used this one, which is probably my favorite. And then I also liked this combo. So I'm doing it. I'm using those. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you, I got inspired by a card that I was looking through the new catalog, and on page 78, right here, I like this one, how it cut. This had kind of a dark plaid here, and then it coordinated with another piece in the same pack, and this just seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed to weigh it down a little bit, but it also coordinated so nice. And then there's this focal point right here, and I'm like, I gotta do that somehow. So I figured out that if I use this red polka dot, that could be in place of the brown, and then a little bigger print could be for the other one, as long as it coordinated. So I started out with white cardstock, half a sheet, folded in half, because what I'm gonna actually, I usually like to cut the paper so that, I should have scored this, but I got a bone folder. So I usually cut the paper so that I can fit a lot out of it, but this is 4 1/4. So I have a piece of this, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, so that would cover the entire thing. So I'm using a basic color that you get a lot of, or lack of color, I guess, really. So what I want to do, though, is have that corner. So what I also cut was a square, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square. So what you can do is I'm lining up the corners in the groove in my cutter, and then I'm going to cut that. All right, so now I have two triangles. Actually, I have a third one over here from before. But what you can do then is you can kind of figure out where that would be. It's interesting, both my cards today have similar concepts here. I didn't even really plan that, but all right, so I'm going to put that in the groove, and I'm going to put that in the groove approximately where the end of it is. I'm going to take that out of the way. Okay, so then when I bring this back, it should fit. Ta-da. So I will glue that down. Okay. All right, so what you can do now, my this, unfortunately, I ran out again, and it was, my order's going to be here like Thursday, I think. So I'm kind of bummed, but I'm going to use this one. But, so I don't have the usual adhesive. I guess we could use this. You know, I'm going to try something. Probably shouldn't do this when I haven't tried it before. I'm going to do that. So, all right, I guess I will put some around the edges. Not too close. And put that on. So, like I said, I don't usually cover the entire thing. I usually have some kind of frame, but it wasn't going to look right if I didn't do that. So I want to make sure I get some glue in the corners here. Okay. Okay, and if that is not quite lined up there, that should work. Okay, so there's my basic card, which I was inspired, remember, from that one. See it? So, all right, now I need a focal point. And so I had gotten this bundle a while back. I got to do a lot more with this. I've been looking forward to using this, but I kind of been holding off because there's all these other things that were going out sooner. So this is in the mini catalog. I forgot to look for the page. It is page 20. All right. No, that does not look like page like this. I must be looking at the wrong one. Oh, yeah, 28. Okay. Here is the garden greenhouse. Actually, the whole spread is about this, but look how cute that is. I really like that. So, there's a lot you can do with it. I just did basic with this, but I want to make this, and I tried a lot of things. That's part of what took me so long. So I decided not to use those after all, although look how cool that came out when I used the die. It's very, very delicate and cool. So what I decided to do is stamp it, and I forgot to get the paper ready. All right, let's see. Is that gonna fit? Should. All right, so I'm going to emboss this. It's going to be gold embossed. All right, so I'm using the Stampin' Buddy to get the extra static off, and then I'm going to use Versamark on this stamp. Then I'll put that down right there. Makes me think of a house in Newport, Rhode Island. There's some really fancy houses there, like the Vanderbilts and, you know, the whole golden age of the Americas. All right, so then here is my gold. So using the sticky Versamark. Okay. Now I have a clipboard because this is kind of smaller than the other piece I used, so I don't want to burn my fingers. So I have a wood clipboard that I can hold it with. Starting them out. Okay. I like how shiny that came. It's like almost like a cage. Okay, so then I want to put some plants inside. So now I looked at this and it said that it was a bunch of greens, and I disagreed with, there's like stuff everywhere. I disagreed with the color. I'm like, you know what, that seems more like mossy. What is that called? Mossy Meadow. That's what I thought, and then I was like, no, that's not it. It was. Okay, so Mossy Meadow, I felt like this was closer to those than the other ones they were naming. So we're going with that. This is a distinctive stamp, so it's got gradations. All right, and so if I stamp this, I should have naturally some that are darker and some that are lighter. All right, I'm going to line that up. I know it doesn't quite fit. There. All right. So, I would also like to, I knew I should have, there was something I was supposed to do ahead of time, and I was like, but I'd rather get ready for the other card, give that maximum time, and then I was like, I forgot. So I need to fussy cut this one. The ones that come, see how the door's over to the right, or well, it turns out being on the left when you flip it over. But this one's in the center. So this one doesn't have a die that fits it, but it's okay. This is not a particularly complicated shape. And I'm going to cut those leaves off because there technically would be a wall there. All right, and then I want to do this little fancy thing at the top. So, and let me just cut that. Don't worry, I'm not going to fussy cut anything else this time. It's only Tuesday. It's really crazy. Feels like Thursday at least for me. I don't know. But okay. So places that I stamped over it that was resisted. So I'm actually gonna smudge this a little bit, and places that landed on the or the ink that landed on the embossing is coming off and kind of smearing. But that's okay. It's this little green layer is okay. So, but I also want to add some blue. So the blue that's in here is Pool Party. So I have my blending brush and my stamp pad. And I'm gonna just make this look like it's glass. You can see the sky through it. Okay. It's a little wet and a little bit green, but that's okay. Now there is a stamp right here that you could do, and you could do these other stamps as a shortcut. Really, I could do this. I could put this and line it up. Maybe I should, just to show you that it's possible. All right. So I was just going to take a marker and do that, but this is fine too. Okay, so I have, I do. Okay, Petal Pink, which is that one. And I will do it. Just a few extra ones since I put that on a stamp for us. All right, now I also want, see, look how that's looking already. Looks cool. And I left the white at the bottom to kind of continue that. You know, it's almost like an ombre, to be honest, because of the green in the middle. So, all right. So next thing I want to do is put the words. All right, so here I'm going to do these in Poppy Parade. And the words I chose were, hope your day is just right. Seemed like that would cover a lot of case situations. You know, like a wedding or your birthday or graduation or, I don't know. Okay. So I made that, we're going to do this. We're going to put it like, I wasn't sure where, because I want to put some, so here, this is, they always said, justify, you know, you need to like align. So I'm going to align the edge of this with the beginning letter. But I want to have a little tag, like flag thing at the end. So I'm going to actually cut this down and I'm going to cut it in. And instead of doing a really shallow one, because I already have like a 45-degree cut here, I'm going to make mine a little bit deeper than I usually do to echo that. I don't even think it's going to be quite enough, but close. Okay, then I also have this gold ribbon that I think I'm going to, well, that one doesn't need to be all the way. So I'm going to put these right around here. Now, I think I've got a little bit left in this. So what I'm going to do is all right, so let's see. I want to leave a little bit down there for the ribbon. And I'm going to have it a little bit staggered. You could put this on top of it a little bit. Since I put the glue down there. So, and I'm going to trim that. My sewing scissors. All right, and then I want to pop this up with dimensionals. Let me put this away. All right, so dimensionals. I have mini ones. Yep, I knew I had bigger ones there underneath stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put 5, one in each corner, and one in the middle. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so that's going to pop up right over here. Remember, I'm lining up the beginning of the word with that on the 45-degree angle here. Now, I have already cut out some, what you call them, die cuts here. And I think I'm going to have, well, my other one, I guess I left more room over here, but hope everything was way over there. So, this is fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's glue. So this one doesn't get glue because it's hanging off. So I will hold on to that and put glue on the other ones. Yep. Okay, and then this one's going to go like there maybe. All right. Okay, so now I want to put some tulips. So there were some tulips. Some of them were not tulip shaped, but some of them were. So there were 2 that I felt like were similar enough to this paper in the back. So and then there. So I just made them tulips even though they weren't really, but it's okay. All right, now I do have something that's not paper, but I do have these really pretty butterflies, And this seems like it would be a good spot since they would all go with that. So let's see. I'm gonna just do one big one. Like maybe over here. How about that? So there you got it. Yay! So Julie, you're going to Rhode Island next month. Oh, that's what you're talking about, Newport, Rhode Island. Yes, go there. There's a cliff walk. Really neat. It's free. You can see like everybody's backyards of all those fancy houses. And so that is a little known secret, but you should check it out if you're over there. But I can't remember. I know I think you mentioned this, that you were going already. So I forget which haunted place I think you're going to. So, oh, and thank you for blessing me. That was nice. You're funny. So, all right. I keep scrolling and seeing the same comments, so hopefully. All right, so that's the first one. Now, the second one uses this purple paper. And I'm going to use fresh freesia. And oops, timber, everything's sliding down over here. Now, I tried to experiment a little bit and kind of ran out of time. No surprise. But I wanted to use this Butterfly Brilliance and try to pull that in. There's actually so many different things. This is kind of a lame card considering how gorgeous this paper is for me. But I think you'll still like it. So this is a pocket card. So I'm going to score it in the middle, 5.5. All right, so now I've got a little pocket, if you will, that I need. Oh, and then this is already 4 inches, and I'm going to make this 5.25 so that we are, I don't know why that one seems crooked. I'm going to go with that. All right, so this is 5.25. So now there should be a border all the way around. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I want to cut the corner off. Okay, so I'm going to line this corner up with the track, and then I'm going to make the other one angled. And this, I'm showing you a way that you can do this without having to measure. There's certainly, you can measure this and then line up the other piece that's going to go, but I'm just going to cut this. All right, so I cut that off. Nope, I did pretty good there. All right, so here I have that. And here's the scrap. And what I'm going to do actually is run this through. Yeah, I'm going to have to run this through. So, well, my example actually is the darker side of that. Well, I suppose that'll still work. We'll see how that looks. If not, we can always cut cardstock. All right, so here I have this. I'm going to actually mount this on this front already. So this seems like I made it, I don't know. The border needs to be more like this. So I can just make that right there. You could also glue this, tape this on first, and then do that. Do the cutting. It really doesn't matter. I'm counting on this refill coming on Thursday because I'm really low on that. So I'm going to make this look right at the bottom of these, and then I'm going to cut it flush. All right, so there I have that. Now I'm going to line this up here and here. And what I want to do is make sure if you can see through, do you see how there, so if I did it like this, it's crooked because you can see the paper poking out over here, but you can't over here. So I'm lining this, the paper, this printed paper up with one of these grooves. All right, so I'm going to line up the corner, and then it's going to be about the same distance from the plastic the whole way. So that should work right there. I did it. Why, yes, it did. There you go. So that's a trick that you could use. So now, this is my pocket. I want to attach this on both sides. I use that tear and tape, which I just had out. Yep. So you can tear a piece off and put it right here. Now you want to make this as close as possible. In fact, you could almost cut it in half because there's not a whole lot of room for the card if you don't do that. But let's see. I just realized I did not cut the inside of the card yet. So this could be a little longer. Although this isn't critical. Down here. All right, then you can take this. No nails, okay. Timber. All right, and then we will hold that down. All right, so here's my pocket. So, all right, so this turned out to be 5 1/4. This piece that goes inside for the note. So it's like 5 1/4. Oh my gosh, I thought I was bleeding, but it's purple. All right, 5 1/4. Actually, I'm going to make it a little less than that. You're bigger than that, I should say. What would they be? 5 3/8. All right, then I know this one's 3 1/4. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. Let me. Yeah, looks really thin. All right, so this should go inside like this. And if it goes all the way to the bottom, oh, I should have made it 5 1/4. Yeah, that'll be all right though. It's a little edge at the top. It's up to you. You can make that a little shorter if you want to. Yeah, maybe I will actually. All right, so what I'm going to do is make a fancy thing to pull it down with. And there's a trick I haven't shown much lately. But, oh yeah, and then I got to do this. Let's see. I don't know how this is going to look. We'll try it. I'll show you what the other thing looks like too. All right, I'm going to... So I had the whole thing, and then I was like, I'm just going to put this together. And I shouldn't have, because then I would have had all the pieces. But all right. So we just have a round die. Maybe you have a punch. This fit just right. No waste. All right, now so I thought this would look better with a dark purple one, that I'll show you my sample. All right, so I'm going to fold that. It's kind of easier to fold it with thinner paper like this, so that's one of the reasons I'm going to go with this. So, all right, I'm going to put that over the top of it. Now, this is satin. This is the soft succulent satin. All right, so it's probably way more than I needed, honestly, but all right. And then I have my stapler, my handy dandy stapler that I got for my sister. She didn't need it anymore. So I like how it's handheld. So what I'm doing is I lined the Highland Heather piece up in the middle. And then I'm also looking for the middle of this. So it's like right around there, right? So I want to make the staple the way I want the bow to end up. This is kind of like a faux bow. Isn't that cool? All right, so then I'm going to line this up. See how I'm doing that? All right, see how? So the staple is going the direction I want the bow to end up. So I've stapled that, and now I'm just going to tie a simple knot. Okay, and I'll trim that down. It's kind of big. But it was easier to tie. All right. So now I have something that will easily pull. But it's still kind of plain. So I'm going to, so that's what you can write your note on. There we go. All right. So what I want to do is do that Butterfly Brilliance, and here's my leftover piece. So this Butterfly Brilliance comes, it's on the big, here. Okay, so this is the case, and oh, that's right, I washed it off, and that's why it's on the floor over here. Okay, so I put it on one of my biggest acrylic blocks, and it's nice. The other ones that we have take up a lot of space when you have a wood block always attached to that, so it's kind of nice that I can take this off and put it on, even though you know, there's not much to it. So now I'm going to take the rich raspberry. You can probably tell in my voice that I'm tired. I'm trying to figure out why I have this fatigue. The doctors can't tell me why. Nobody knows. I know I could sleep more, and I'm hoping that our new bed will help that. But I still think I'm more tired than I probably should be, considering it's not like I'm lifting heavy things all day or something. All right, so I've inked that up. Now I'm going to lay this on. Now I really don't need all of them. That's okay. So I'm going to actually lay that on there. And I'm going to take a bigger piece of scrap and lay it on top. I'll just rub that. So because I have that extra piece on it, I'm not going to get it all over my hands, which is nice. So people who've been around using these stamps for a while are, you know, this is probably logical, but sometimes when you're not familiar with this, it doesn't hurt a little refresh. All right, so the dies that I have are pretty cool. It's a big, here's what the bundle comes with. So these are all connected, just like the stamp was. So all I have to do is line that up and run it through. So I've actually already done that. Here's some of the other ones that we have. And then these are like kind of delicate ones too. And they're the same size ones basically. So there's some textures. Anyway, I've already cut out a bunch. Oh my gosh, I can't pick it up. It's like stuck. So I thought that would be nice. I actually did one already, but all right, sponge dauber. And I'm going to use freesia. Get a little bit of this off the table. I was hoping that, oh yeah, it's underneath my thing. All right, so I'm doing this fresh freesia, and just with a sponge dauber. This is the same family basically as the rich raspberry, which is what I used it to stamp. But I want to leave some white on the edges, or the outside of the wings actually. But this part I want to blend in, like so the very edges. I want to blend in more with the paper. So I'm going to do those edges. But they'll still stand out nicely because of the white. I was thinking about just doing this on fresh freesia paper, cardstock, but then I wouldn't have this white that's standing out so nicely. All right, and then all right, then I wanted to make it sparkly. I tried a couple things. I have this iridescent paper, which this rubs off very easily. So I tried heat setting it, and now that it's been sitting here for a while, it doesn't seem to be rubbing off too much. But I also stamped it with StazOn. So that would be okay, but it doesn't have, my paper doesn't have any black in it. So I was like, well, I don't know. I might save that for something else. So here I still have this, but I want it to be kind of sparkly. So I have this Wink of Stella. So I will, now the thing is with this is it's actually blending too. So I don't want to go, I'm going to just put it on the edges because it's also mixing my rich raspberry, which isn't a terrible thing, but I do want to keep that white that I was saving. That was the whole point of this. So I just want to make sure that that stays. So, okay. And maybe I'll wipe this off on something else. Okay, so that can go something like that. Now I need to have some kind of message, and I actually, that's where I hadn't got far enough. And you know what? I could actually do some other kind of bling too for the body if we wanted to. So isn't that interesting? I've got butterflies for both of these too. No, wrong purple. How would that be? Maybe. I like that. I don't know if I'll do the whole body, but maybe I'll have to. I'll end up using a lot of these, but try to keep it to an odd number. You'll probably be fine. All right, so there. Oh, that's good enough, right? Okay. So now let's have some words. So, ta-da. I mean, you don't have to put words. You could just have it like that. But if you were to put some words, We could use Hope Your Day is Just Right, just like this other one. Let's clean that off since it's got red. Okay, so let's use Rich Raspberry because that's a nice dark color that's part of this. And is this going to be long enough? All right, this will be, I'm just going to cut it just to be all on the safe side. So that was 5/8 for that last one. All right. Could almost do the same way, but cut over here. All right, so hopefully we'll cut that right around here, and shorten that a little bit. This one can be more of a shallow one. I like the shallow ones better, but it didn't match, so with the last card. All right, and then this can go just like that. Okay. All right, let's put that on. Oh, am I at the end? Not quite. There, so you could put this on with glue dots or more of that tear and tape. I think I'll just do a couple dots and call it a day. Oh, my deadline. Oh, it showed. You can hear it. I just heard it in the other room. All right, so there we go. Okay, so hopefully you like that. We learned a few things. Try to get some ideas now. See some products in use. Here's the one with the darker one. So here's how this would look if we wanted to see. And then this card. So those are my two cards for the day. And they both use this beautiful paper. So it's only going to be around till the end. Not, well, I don't know. It's for sale to the end of June, but it's going to be while supplies last pretty soon. So if this is something you like, you probably want to get it soon. And that's one of the reasons I demonstrated it early so that you could. Now, next week I have some cool things planned. So please come back at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. And do check out my website and register for the stamp camp. Really want to do some things in person here. So it's fun to do this online, but it's even better in person, really. Although we need to be safe. So, all right, have a wonderful night. Oh, and mystery card. I'm posting that as soon as I can. There'll be a clue, hopefully by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So Monday is the day for our Monday mystery night, mystery card night. I really can't talk. I said this so many times today. Monday at 8, please come back. I have supplies. I will have the list coming soon, and so that you can make a card along with me. So that'll be fun too. All right. Oh, the Conjuring House. That's what you were talking about. All right. That helps me remember. Okay. Have a wonderful night and take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye.